Good afternoon. Today we have our sparkling conversation all the way from a facilitator in Richmond. Thank you, Marlene, for leading this conversation for us.
I hope the background noise will not be too much. Let's see. Okay. I'm happy that I can talk about role model today. And sorry, I wanted just to get my screen right. There you go. Okay. Now, you know that a role model should possess certain characteristics to deserve the term. The term was coined in 1957 by Robert K. Merton, a sociologist. And he said that role models should be a constant source of hope to their followers who aspire to follow in their footsteps. Of course, we know that they are a powerful force for social learning. They affect the way people view themselves and those around them, and they influence the attitudes and behavior of followers, and ultimately affect the decisions of their followers in how they conduct their lives. We all know that parents are a child's primary role models, and they play an essential part in the development of a child. You can just watch a two-year-old boy copying his father in all his mannerisms without thinking that no one will notice it. Positive role model parents will boost a child's motivation by modeling an example to achieve success, by inspiring the child to live a meaningful life, and by having a clear set of values and walk the talk. Mariette also talked about it in her conversation on values, to become the value you teach. For example, to become a role model of unconditional love, acceptance, and respect of yourself and others. To show compassion, joy, honesty, sincerity, and integrity, optimism and hope, encouraging your kids to dream and to help them to overcome obstacles by perseverance and determination. Unfortunately, we live in a world where many children have to grow up without a fatherly role model. The latest statistics that I could find are from the SA General Household Survey of 2016 that showed that 71% of children under 17 live with an adult man in the household, but 35% of these are not their biological fathers. These children then start to seek in all the wrong places to find a role model for this yearning in their hearts. A friend and minister, Johnny Mingo from Kensington, well known to many of you, ascribes the dilemma in the colored community to a lack of positive role models. Drug lords then become role models of success, wealth, and prosperity for fatherless youngsters. In other parts of Africa, the same can be said about warlords who use children as soldiers. John Maxwell says in his Law of Modeling series, People Do What People See, modeling requires practicing what you preach in every level of your life. It then shows integrity as leader and establishes your credibility and authority. He says that Jesus only used two words to say the most important thing about modeling. He said, "Follow me." And Jesus had power in modeling the way. Maxwell mentions the following 5 qualities of a role model. The first one is to have a passion for personal growth outside and inside. Let me just move this. What does he mean by outside and inside? Outside, sorry, let's just go back. Outside means the resources, for example, the audio tapes that you listen while you're driving, the experience you get in life, the people who cheer you on in your dream, who challenge you to think, who are merciful when you had failed, and who make you laugh. Those are your outside. Yes, what's responsible for your outside growth. The inside, what he means by that is your reflection, your meditation, the pauses that you have in your life so that your pauses can become pluses to help you apply to your life what you've learned. And we teach what we know, but we apply who we are and we reproduce that. Pay forward what you've learned to illuminate the path of others. The second quality is you must be a worthy example. Teaching is easy, we know, but modeling is difficult. Who is your greatest problem? Me, myself, and I. So become the example that you yourself would follow. Be your product. With Brightstar, we have the fantastic opportunity to be the bright stars, joyfully shining in excellence. This is our product. He says, success is actually when you're a worthy example to those who know you the best, who believe in you and care for you the most. And we all know at home is the most difficult place to be that example. Proven experience, well, is also a quality of a role model. He says you should have learned lessons in life. You should be shaped by failure and you should know your strength. The fourth one is the importance of friendship and support. If we identify the 5 most influential people in our lives who really care for us, who can speak into our life, they should help us to see how others perceive us. The fifth quality is competence or capability and passion to make things better. How can we make things better for others? He suggests to help others to prioritize, according to the 2080 principle that we know so well. See their value and develop their potential. Realize that we become products of our environment and help them to create a growth environment. What is Maxwell's idea of a growth environment? This was really an aha moment for me, as it is totally different from what I learned from my role models as a child. He says, you must always have people around you who are ahead of you. It's hard to improve when you've no one but yourself to follow. A growth environment is where you are continually challenged. Stay in your gift zone, but get out of your comfort zone. In a growth environment, you will focus forward. You will have a dream. You should know where you're going. And who am I becoming is what you should ask yourself. And then the atmosphere should be affirming. He talks about the 5 positive people in your life again. Those are the people that will encourage you. It's the same thing that we say at Brightstar, go where you are celebrated. And those people will be so influential in your life that they will become the wind beneath your wings so that you will always keep on soaring like that balloon we've got in our life purpose video. Okay, that's what I have to say. Now I have a question for you. I want to take off my headphones and see hear me without using them?
Yes,
Not
you
well.
can.
You can. So this question that I think that we should discuss, my idea is that it should be like a brainstorming. What can we do to better the lives of people in communities where positive role models are scarce? What do you say? I mean, in a practical way, focusing on the community in which we live. For instance, I live in Richmond. There are 7,000 people, inhabitants of this small town. Only 100 of them are white people. Most of the people are really, really poor. There are more than 60%, I think, unemployed. What can I do to better the lives of people in my community is what I ask myself every day. So tell me, what do you think about this? You can also come up with an idea. My husband's also here.
I wonder if you can stop your screen, Marlene, then you can see people's faces nice, easy.
That's a good idea. There you go. Okay. Okay. I know Mother Teresa said that if you can't help them all, just start by helping one. But how will we do that? So you'll have to unmute yourself so that I can hear what you're saying. Shani, you should know.
Anton is unmuting himself, so I think he's ready to share.
No, well, I can just reiterate what you're saying, the power of one. And to practice that, I'm also just repeating what you say, is to start at home. And I've got grandchildren. I have to educate them and be positive towards them and model the right things towards them. And also get involved with, I'm involved with prisoners. And the point is, if each and everybody will just do a small part, collectively, we can make a change. But it has to be the power of one. And you have to, well, I'm encouraging other people around me to get involved with prisoners, because the prisoner population in this country is huge. And there are a lot of prisoners that are Christians, and they need to be encouraged and to be supported. So maybe I don't want to sound if I'm doing a big difference. I'm saying small is beautiful. Just start.
I love that word, small is beautiful. Delisha, you also unmuted.
I think the automatic response would be to get more people involved in those communities, but it's so easy to say it. It's not so easy to do it. So we should find a way where we can get, especially males. We see very few male role models nowadays because the roles have become so confused. No one really actually knows what that should be anymore. And if there is a male around, then often they're not role models. They do all sorts of weird stuff. So I don't have the answer, Marlene. I know what the solution is, but I don't know how you're going to do it. Sorry.
My idea, I feel that I have a passion for women. So I thought that I could help the women by doing Brightstar with them so that they can be a voice in the community. They just wipe everything in under the carpet. And I want them to realize we have a voice. We can do something. So this is how I've started. But actually, we should get the men together. But it's not possible for me to do that. You must have a passion.
Difficult because we found with community work that a whole lot of families, the leader or the decision maker in the household is often a teenager. because the parents are out working in some other city. So there's not even an adult, never mind the adult male. So we're sitting with a very deprived community. It's scary.
I'm going to stop our recording now, then we can continue our conversation. I also just want to add here that we are so surprised by the reaction of our Legacy Dad product. And every time I'm like, wow, people really are looking for this product. And then I realize the need is already showing one of the things that we can do. So I'm going to stop our conversation. It was nice to have all of you with us at this conversation. I hope you have a spark for the day. And please, you can stay for a little bit more conversation if you want.